If your business still runs on your adrenaline and last minute fixes, that's not a system. That's a survival tactic dressed up as dedication. Today, we're diving into something that every overwhelmed business owner secretly wrestles with: resistance to systems. Spoiler alert, it's not just about tools or templates. It's about your identity. It's about letting go of control, rewiring old stories, and finally stepping into your next level of leadership. Welcome to the CEO Shift Show, where we cut through chaos, help you build smart, scale strong, and finally step into the role of confident CEO. I'm Carol Serby, business coach, systems strategist, and I help service-based business owners step out of the weeds and into confident leadership. In today's episode, you're going to discover why resistance to systems is really emotional, not operational. The identity shift that every CEO must make to escape the grind. How each of the 5 CEO shifts reveal what you're avoiding. A journaling exercise to uncover your personal shift. And a powerful reframe to help you finally let go without guilt. So today we want to talk about the 5 CEO shifts. The first one is, how do we shift from doer to leader? And I really know that letting go is scary as fuck. This one hits deep. You're used to doing it all, and you pride yourself on getting it done right, because really, who else can, right? But being involved in every detail, that's not leadership. It actually is a bottleneck in disguise. And I'm saying that with love because I've been there. Early in my business, I convinced myself that I was the one who really cared. I thought it's easier if I just do it myself. But eventually, that belief became a ceiling that I just couldn't break through. The real shift: train, then trust. Protect CEO time like your business depends on it. Because it does. Clarity beats control every single time. I had one of my clients create a really simple team decision matrix using just 3 color codes. They gained back 6 hours a week, real hours, CEO hours. And that CEO used that time to map out new offers that added $80,000 in annual revenue. So here's the truth. If you don't protect your CEO time, no one else will. So here's a journaling prompt for you. Where are you holding on out of fear and calling it being responsible? So now, once you start delegating and trusting others, something interesting starts to happen. You notice just how much chaos was being held together by your hustle, which leads us straight into our next shift. Let's talk about that hustle. You've built a business that relies on your ability to handle anything. And you do. You're quick on your feet. You're reactive in all the best ways. But deep down, you're tired because you're not building from peace, you're building from panic. And that is a dangerous place to lead from. When everything is urgent, nothing's strategic. And you can't create a vision from a reactive state. So what do? We need to replace the panic with process. Install a weekly rhythm. Plan before the fires start. And create white space for thinking, not just reacting. So here's another journal prompt for you. If you planned ahead with intention, what would you stop tolerating? And here's the kicker. Even when chaos slows down, the decisions still keep landing in your lap. Why is that? Because you're still the bottleneck. Let's fix that next. So you understand that when you're the bottleneck, your business can't actually breathe without you. So if you're the one answering every question, reviewing every proposal, making every call, your business isn't scaling, it's clinging to you. Being the bottleneck is tricky because it feels noble. I just want to make sure it's done right. But what if done right doesn't have to mean done by you? This shift is about trust, systems, and clarity. Document your process. Teach others how to think, not just what to do, and install some decision filters. So here's something I want you to think about, and I want you to journal about it. What is the one task you are hoarding that someone else could own if you just let them? Once you clear that bottleneck, something actually magical starts to happen. You finally have room to breathe. But with that space, you start to see the inefficiencies that you've been too busy to notice. And that brings us to shift number 4. We need to talk about how we use systems to scale. And in order to do that, we need to stop customizing everything. So let's be real. You love your clients. You love giving them that special touch. But here's the truth. Customization doesn't scale. And if you're recreating your offer or onboarding process for every new client, you really are capping your growth. Systemization isn't about becoming robotic. It's about protecting your energy for the work that really matters. So creating repeatable systems that have automated reoccurring tasks. And let's use KPIs, key performance indicators, to track what's working. I had a coaching client that had been manually onboarding every new client with 6 back and forth emails. We built out a 3-step automation. Same client love, half the time. So the monthly capacity has now been doubled without the burnout. So here's what I want you to think about. What are you doing manually that could be systemized this month? And that brings us to the most powerful and most personal shift of them all. Because no system will stick if your mindset is stuck in that grind. Let's talk about what it really means to adopt a CEO mindset. So adopting the CEO mindset, it's about being the visionary. It's about being able to see out beyond 1 year, 3 years, 5 years. You are not the workhorse. Let me tell you something. I wish somebody had told me years ago. You're not meant to do it all. You're meant to lead it all. So many CEOs have troubles with this. And I'm going to tell you too, that if you put a lead person in place, a manager, a lead hand, a project manager, whatever it is, if they're also used to being the doer, they're going to be challenged with this as well. Once you start being moved up into management positions, it's no longer about being the one who can hustle the most. It's about being the one that sets the course, sets the planning, sets the direction, and supports the people that are now doing the hustling. The CEO mindset isn't about being fancy or disconnected. It's about owning your role as the visionary, the guide, and the strategist. But to get there, you have to let go of old identities. You have to let go of being the fixer. You have to let go of being the hustler. And you have to let go of being the technician. So when I stepped away from daily operations in our concrete business, I thought I'd feel relief. What I actually felt was lost because my worth was tied to being busy. It took time to rewire that. But what happened? I got to lead, not chase. And that shift, internal at first, changed everything in that business for me. So here's something I want you to think about. What part of you is afraid to claim that CEO role? And what would change if you did? This last shift isn't just the cherry on top. It's the glue that holds everything else together. And it sets the tone for what's coming next, which is making your shifts real in your day-to-day. I want you to take this a layer deeper because this episode isn't just about shifting tasks. It's about shifting how you see yourself. The reasons we resist systems so hard isn't because we don't believe they won't work, but it's because we fear what they'll reveal if we step back. We fear we'll become irrelevant. We will no longer be the hero in our business. What if we're not the one fixing everything? Maybe we won't be needed at all. And when you've built your business from scratch, that thought hits differently. But here's the thing I want you to hear right down to your bones. Systems don't replace you, they elevate you. Let me say that again. Systems don't replace you, they elevate you. They lift you out of the weeds so you can finally build something bigger than yourself. They don't take your power away. They give you back your time, your creativity, and your freedom. So you've been telling yourself, I'm not a systems person. What you might really be saying is, I'm scared to find out who I am when I'm no longer in survival mode. That's a sacred place to be. That's the beginning of real leadership. So just close your eyes. Just if you're driving, don't do this. But if you're in a place where it's safe, close your eyes. Imagine your business running like clockwork for one full week without your direct involvement. How does that feel? Do you feel relief? Do you feel anxious? Do you feel free, afraid? Whatever comes up, that's your next layer to explore. So let's upgrade that decision-making process with a powerful tool I call the 3D framework. Do it, delegate it, or ditch it. This tool helps you cut through the noise, get clear, and protect your energy like a true CEO. So the next time you're starting a task, email, or request, ask yourself, do it. Is this truly something only I can do? Or does it even align with my role as the CEO? Delegate it. Can this be handed off with a little training or a clear SOP? Ditch it. Does this task even need to be done at all? Or am I doing it out of habit, guilt, or perfectionism? You'll be amazed how many things fall into the third category when you're really being honest. I had one client that was spending 4 hours a week, tweaking client reports that no one was even reading. We ditched the customization, standardized the metrics, and saved her 16 hours a month. That was 2 full workdays that she reclaimed just from applying this framework. The 3D framework isn't about being ruthless, it's about being responsible for your energy, your focus, and your future. So let's make this real. I'm going to invite you to download the CEO Shift Starter Kit. It's in the show notes. Choose your shift. Write down your biggest fear about making that shift. Then underneath it, write what you hope that shift would unlock for you. I then invite you to head over to the Scalable CEO Academy and share what you journaled with me. You can tag me at Carol Serby Consulting. This is how we normalize real leadership shifts, by sharing them. And finally, if you know you can't do this alone, that you need strategy, structure, and serious accountability, join us inside the Scalable CEO Academy. We're not just building businesses that work, we're building businesses that free you. You've got this, one shift at a time. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.